Today, we are working on the Cayman. It's time to throw on the wide body. So let's just get to it. So we will go from this, which is just a normal body with tires sticking out, to wide body today. So that's the plan. Anyways, we'll definitely try. So for the rear bumper that comes with the kit, it's the Rocket Bunny V2 kit. All you need to do is modify the rear bumper, like the actual metal aluminum bar in the back. You just need to cut about 2 inches on each side, and then everything fits as factory. So that's plain, simple, easy to install. We will go to the front now. So the front bumper, as you can tell, a little wider than stock or just bad fitment. We'll hope that it's good fitment, but wider than stock. And the front bumper. So relatively easy to install, guys. The only thing you need to do is the actual front bumper. So the aluminum bar that goes across the front, you just need to flip it around and then cut the little lip off. Once you do that, the front bumper slides in. Obviously, I'm not going to take the bumper off right now because that's already done, and it's as simple as just flipping it around and removing a little slit that's about like a 1/4 inch. So it's really easy, and then you can get down to the wide body part. So front bumper is on. Not fully mounted yet, right? It's just, we'll have to make some mounts, etc. And then we need to put these parts on the side. So we got the rear quarter, which is this piece right here, the front over fender, and the side skirt. So what we'll do first is we'll actually tape up the body. Why do you want to tape up the body, you might ask? Well, it's a good question. If you don't plan on repainting your car, if you just want to do this like the over fenders and the bumpers, yada yada yada, well, you shouldn't put fiberglass on top of it, because then you're going to scratch it all, and then obviously you're going to need to repaint. For us, we are repainting the car. More than likely it's going to be a color change, but at this point it might still go black. So let's just throw some tape on there, and then we'll show you what we do. For this job, what tools are we going to need? Well, tape, obviously. The wider the better. Just won't take as many rolls. A drill with a drill bit, right? So we got that. And then a tool that you should really invest in if you're going to do a wide body. You can use self-tapping screws to hold it in the meantime, but I like to use these. So these are kleckos, I think is what they're called. These have been used a bunch of times. But what you do is you slide it in here. It opens up, which is now smaller. You slide it in the hole, and then it seats it there. So once that is on there, it's pretty much, it's not permanent, but it stays in a place, and you can move it around. Like you can move the car around, it's not going to fall. Pretty sure you could go take a drive with some of these. So we'll need that. So first things first, we're not going to tape the whole car. What we're going to do is we're going to take the over fenders, put them on top, see exactly, without touching the car, see exactly approximately where it goes, and then we'll just put a line of tape at the top, because that's mainly where it's going to touch. So let's just go. So for the front, we know that it needs to line up with the front bumper. So make sure that your front bumper is aligned and in the right spot, and then you can slide this puppy on. Again, I'm not touching the car, I'm just sitting it on the bumper and seeing approximately where I'm going to put my tape. So now that I know where the tape should, when I say should go, then we can attempt it. So we'll put a little bit of tape here. Put a little bit of tape here. A little bit of bottom. Maybe another little bit here. So just a contour. Obviously this part here, which you can see the tire's already hitting, needs to be cut. So this tire is wider than stock, or the rim itself. So we'll need to, once we have the wide body installed, we will cut these fenders out. So yeah, if you plan on returning the stock, there's no returning the stock once you go wide body. what we do at this point, put it on there and see if it makes sense for you. Yep. Wow. First try. So what we'll do now is we will tape this on just so we know approximately, well, not approximately, at this point when you're starting to drill, you might as well just, yeah, you kind of got to make sure it's aligned. So what we're going to do in this case is we're going to make sure we're aligned with the front bumper, and then we're going to work our way backwards. Right, because the front bumper can't move, it's in the right spot. So yeah, let's just hold this here, put some tape, and drill some holes. So I'm just going to pause the camera for 1 second, put some tape on, and figure out where we are at. And now look at that. So it's taped where it needs to go. So the fitment is perfect up front. We've got the perfect fitment at the bottom where we know it needs to go. A good thing too, guys, is take a look online, look at pictures of the exact same wide body, see exactly what the lines look like, and so you can gauge exactly where you're putting it on. So obviously this tape is flimsy, so what we're going to do is we're going to drill a few holes. So make sure when you drill these holes, you're as straight as could be. So you don't need to do a bunch of holes right now. A couple will do the trick. So we've got the klecko, and as you can see right now, it's still flimsy. So we're gonna put the klecko in, and no more flimsiness. We're gonna put another one right here. No more flimsiness. So now, technically, you can go around and do your holes. Then we can move on to the side skirt. So the side skirt, guys, exact same thing. Put it in place. Oh, and see, I put the tape a little too far, and then it won't allow me to slide my side skirt in. So peel the tape a little bit. So you peel it off because kleckos are oldie. We're just going to slide this back and peel this piece of tape here and try to hit you. Yep, that's why I am playing with cars and not basketball or baseball. So, slide that in. Right? Again, should put tape. Figure out approximately where it needs to be. But let's just throw on. Like for me, guys, honestly, it doesn't really matter if I put this or not. I'm not going to put some on the rocker panels. The car is getting painted again anyways. It does have a few little scratches everywhere, so even if we don't change the color, it's going to have a full respray. So what we are going to do in this case is put that in place. Like obviously, if this is somebody else's car, then I'm definitely putting some tape. But yeah, so that's technically where it needs to go. But I need to figure out exactly where it needs to go. So let's just try to do some magic. There ain't no reason for me to show you again how to tape, how to know where the stuff is, how it's aligned. So let's see. All right, 1, 2, 3. Ha! So look at that. It's held on by 1, 2, 3 kleckos. Ha! Let's just move on to the quarter panel. So for the good old nice over fender here, which is big, awkward, but you know what? The magic trick works on this as well. Pretty sure anyways. Let me just set it like this, right? And then let's try the magic trick again. All right, so 1, 2. What? Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Now that worked. All right, guys, so simple as that on how to put a wide body. Like, it literally is magic. It takes a few seconds and then bam, your wide body is on. But you're not done yet. So what is left to basically have the wide body mounted? There's a few methods that you can go with. You can go with, hey, self-tapping screws, which honestly, it's not the best option. It doesn't look good. It's gonna rust. It's rusty bolts, yada, yada, yada. Ugly, we don't want that. There are a bunch of companies that sell little, what they're called, they're dress-up kits, dress-up hardware, and that's what you should invest in. So there's a few different kits. I'll show you one right now, which I thought was gonna work, but did not. So it was these, but the washers are a little too big, but they were nice. They were nice. But I'll show you what I ended up with. They're Z something performance, which once I get to it, I'll be able to tell you. This comes Z-Spec Design, so this company here. So they make all types of bolts, all types of different colors, and they are really nice. So that is the more expensive way compared to a self-tap, but just a sec. Yeah. And this is what they look like. So I just chose black because I'm a simple kind of man and I do not like a bunch of different colors. You'll see that my lug nuts are black, everything's gonna be black, but the car might not be. The car might not be. So it is a stainless bolt, a washer, and then you've got your nutsert. So I chose these stainless nutserts. You can get the, what are they called? They're like a rubber nutsert. They're used on ATVs and motorcycle for windshields. Is it nice? Well, some people like it, but over time, the rubber seems to crack, especially in an area that has a lot of elements, in which here we do. So I went with those ones, and I'll show you the tool that you need in order to put them in, which this is one that I had. It's nothing fancy. Basically, you put the nutsert in, drill the hole, push on it, it expands the nutsert, and then the nutsert is in the body. And that's what we'll do on the next episode. So on the next episode, we will install the wide body completely. So both sides, we're gonna have everything bolted on, and then we'll be ready to cut the quarters. No going back now, boys. We've got holes drilled in the body. So yeah, hopefully this helps you install your wide body on your next vehicle. Of course, if you're building a Cayman, it's the exact same wide body as I'm doing. If you're building, let's say, an FRS, it's the same exact thing, guys. It's just a piece of fiberglass that you put on metal. Put it on and that's it, paint it. But yeah, that's what she looks like now. And until next time, there ain't nothing to it but to do it. Just get out and do it.